What's up? What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? So, last video, if you're following, I'm talking about the six things that you need for a successful business. So, yesterday, I talked about the foundation. It's pretty much the 80-20 rule. 80% is mindset, and 20% is system. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I will say that mindset is the most important. This is your foundation. This is the most important thing, is the mindset. And then your system is 20%. You need to work on all this stuff before you really start building a successful business. So I just put 6. I wonder if I can make it thicker. Let's make it a little bit thicker. See how this looks. No, I don't like that. Steps to success. I think I spelled that wrong. Business. So 6 steps to a successful business. Not sure if I spelled that right, but whatever. I think it's just 1 S. Is it 1 S or 2? I'm not gonna pay attention. But so step number 1 is the foundation. Step number 2, we'll just get right into it, is niche. So you've built the foundation. Next, you have to find what niche you're in. So in order to do business, so for example, the business that I have is clothing. That's my niche. I sell clothing. To go a little bit deeper into that niche, I do clothing for businesses. And that way I kind of know who my target customer is. I want to do my specialty right now is people who need help with their artwork, people who need help with kind of the design aspect, because I'm able to design and do a lot of the designing for free if they use my silkscreen and print business. But my niche is clothing. My sub niche is like clothing, bigger orders. I don't do like some people do one shirt. Like I have a buddy who owns iCustom. His niche is clothing, but he'll do one hat, one shirt. That's not my niche. My niche is multiple items, bigger project. Like I'll do 100 of these shirts, 100 hats. That's my niche. A good way to find niches is just to think about everything's a niche. So doctor's a niche, a lawyer's a niche, an accountant's a niche. The 3 most popular niches are health, wealth, and happiness. Health, wealth, and happiness. Everyone wants to be healthy, everyone wants to be rich, and everyone wants to be happy. So those are the 3 biggest niches. Inside of these, there's so many. Like, there's weightlifting, there's fat loss, there's freaking vegan bodybuilding. In wealth, there's how to save money, how to invest money. So you could have niches and like sub niches. You could focus on just wealth, everything around it, or you could do all the little sub niches. And happy, it's how to get over anxiety, and how to have a loving relationship, and do dogs make you happy? There's just so many niches in there. Something that I learned from a business seminar that I went to when kind of building your niche is you want to build an avatar. You want to build who your target customer is. So this whole thing, my new business, the new niche, is business development. I want to help people, business, coaching, to where people are here and I coach them on from point A to point B. That's my niche. I just want to help people get from where they are to where they want to go. That's the business that I'm working on now. I use my clothing business as a knowledge base, and a part of it is when you're doing this stuff, another reason that I learned this from, I did personal training, which is in the health niche, but I did personal training, and I learned from a seminar, if you want to get results, help other people get results. So by me talking about all of this and learning all of this, it's making me better. It's making me better at my business, and it's making me better at my niche. So some tips, I'll give maybe just 3 tips for finding your niche. If you want to find your niche and you want to find something that interests you, go to Barnes and Noble. Where you naturally go in that bookstore is probably going to guide you to where your niche is. Go to a bookstore or library. That's the #1 way, I think, to find your niche. You can just go into a bookstore, and wherever you kind of naturally gravitate to, like me, mandatory, I'm going to the business section. Always have for years, since I was like 16. I just love the business section. I like a little bit of music, I like a little bit of history, I like a little bit of art, but business, I don't know what it is. I just naturally like it. It's always been my favorite subject to study. Like stuff, like some people find it super boring. I love it. #2 thing, just kind of fact or whatever about a niche, is it should be something that you enjoy. You should enjoy it. The reason is because when you're building your business, you're gonna be spending a lot of time on your business. Like I just made a YouTube channel, and it took me, X amount of time just to upload one video. Yeah, it's gonna get easier and easier, but you're gonna be spending a lot of time in this business. So you want to, unless you're just really in it for the money, but once you make the money, then you won't have any passion, but you want to enjoy it or be passionate about it. So business is my niche, fashion is my niche. I enjoy those things. When I'm doing this stuff, I don't feel time. When I'm working on projects, I don't feel time at all. And #3, you should really, when it comes to your niche, build an avatar. I already kind of said it, but you want to build what your ideal customer looks like. So you want to, some of the things for avatar. So some of the things for your avatar, let's see if I don't, see what I can do. So we'll start over. So you have an avatar. I think this is very important because it will help define your niche, and I'll kind of just go over mine. So an avatar is who your ideal customer is. So we'll just say, so my ideal customer, most of the time, I don't really care if it's a guy or a girl, but it's probably gonna be a guy. They're probably gonna be, my ideal customer is probably gonna be between the ages of 25 and 35. I don't really understand people too much younger than that. I can kind of click, but not really. And I don't really understand people too much older than that. You're gonna get people above that, but this is probably my demographic that I can deal with the most, is 25 to 35. I think that they're gonna be more urban. I don't think like they're gonna be white or black, but they're definitely gonna probably like more hit things that I like. Their music, they're gonna be a little more urban. They're gonna want, they're gonna be like me, they're gonna like to learn. They enjoy, I feel like the person that I'm going for is gonna have a good balance. They're a little bit more disciplined, but they still know how to have a good time. I'll go out and hang out with my friends, but I'm always looking at the bigger picture. I try to be a little bit more disciplined. So I feel like my customer is probably not gonna be a party animal. My customer is probably gonna rather read a book than watch Netflix, you know what I'm saying? But they can still, if they're with their girl, they can still Netflix and chill. But they're gonna like books more than movies. And so this is kind of me building my avatar. So when I create content, I already know I can maybe play a little bit of hip hop music coming into it. I know that I can talk about books. I know I can talk about things of that nature. I'm not on here talking about the hottest, greatest movie. That's not my niche. Books, learning, courses. So when you're trying to find your niche, I would say this is a great thing to do, is first do the bookstore. Okay, so Let me clear this. So one way is, we said bookstore. Okay, two, we're just gonna end here, something you enjoy. And then three, once you kind of find, you go to the bookstore, you find something that, you know, your niche that you like, you find something you enjoy, then number three, build that avatar. You know, those are the three things I would do in finding your niche. All right, so those are pretty important. Yeah, so one, kind of just go back to my, so now we're gonna go, it's a 6-part series on building your business. They're all gonna be on my YouTube channel. First is the foundation. It's the 80% mindset, 80% mindset, 20% system. And then number two is your niche. So I just kind of went over that. If, you know, rewatch the video, once you find your niche, you can always change niches. Don't feel like you're locked. I feel like, you know, you can always improve upon your, this is mindset, this is system. You can always be improving upon that. You can always change your niche and tweak it a little bit. But those are the first two. So I have 4 more principles I'll be teaching throughout the week whenever I get time. But just wanted to share that. Hope you got some value from this. That's pretty much it. So have a good day. And I am